Such an interesting time when it comes to restaurants. Now, another thing that I've noticed of late is that restaurants and food chains are starting to develop apps, especially during this current pandemic, which is centered on delivery of their menus. Now, the same goes for food delivery apps too, but what are the apps that we could use for the eco-conscious eater or the creative home cook out there? Now, Grant Hines is joining us to talk about 5 interesting food apps that you might not have heard of. Brother, how are we doing this morning?
I'm good. I'm really excited about these apps because we all know the normal, you know, the
delivery apps and all the standard options.
The ones that everybody's family has been telling you to get.
So you're here to serve us when I'm sitting down, I'm hungry, but I want something that's maybe healthy, something that's potentially sustainable and ticks Nature Boy's boxes. So
yes,
what are you recommending for me, man?
Okay, so the first app is if you have to eat fish. I do recommend not eating fish completely, just because environmentally it's problematic right now.
And that's because of the pressures that the ocean's kind of suffering at the moment. Fishing is quite a...
Yeah, we've overfished our oceans long ago.
Yeah.
But because of that stuff, if you have to eat fish, Sassy have an app which allows you to check up on what is the most sustainable fish to eat. So you can make informed judgments as to what's on your plate, which is really great. So there's an app that's on your phone. You know, you might be in a restaurant, you can just pull it up, and it's
so
right
I could even
there.
look at the menu and see, well, look, I'm all for sustainability. This fish is on the red list. Let me stay away from it.
Yes.
And focus more on something that's on the green.
And then tune the restaurant that's doing it. Like, why are you serving this? What's wrong with you?
But I like that. I think we need to talk about this more because it's becoming, and it's always going to become a topic of discussion, and it's getting worse and worse. So I think the fact that we start taking responsibility and using apps like this, perfect.
Of course, of course. The next one is, it's called Is It Vegan?
Is It Vegan?
And it's a very simple one. All it does is, I know a lot of people have done like veganuary. We did a lot of stuff on the show for veganuary. Some people still don't know what vegan is. It's just no animal products. If animals were involved in making it, it's not vegan. It's simple. It's so simple. So a lot of people go to a new product or a product that they like and they've done veganuary. They want to continue it. How do they know if the contents are vegan? Well, Is It Vegan allows you to scan the barcode of the product, and it will tell you how likely vegan it is. So you can go like, oh, it's pretty vegan, you know, and then you can, then you know that you can make it like an informed decision.
That's really cool. So I don't have to type in the food name and all this monotonous...
Just scan the barcode and it'll tell you exactly what it is.
Okay,
it's called
brilliant.
Is It Vegan? It's really cool.
And I think a lot of our veganuary enthusiasts from last month are taking it through, so this is a perfect one.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that started it and are just continuing because, you know, they're saving a lot of money and they're healthier. They're getting health and fitness is, you know, on top of everyone's minds. Trending. It's very cool. So the next thing is Clink. This is a very interesting app. It's an app I didn't know about until doing some research on this. Clink is an app where you pay 90 Rand a month. And there are a bunch of restaurants, I think specifically in the Cape Town area, there are different areas that you can see. And you can then have a free drink at any one of those locations every single day for the month.
Every day?
Every day for the month. So
I'm doing the math here. I'm like 90 bucks a month.
It's a coffee shop or it's a, you know, like a Mexican place or whatever. So you can go, it's one a day. So, you know, you can sit down and have one coffee.
But already you're justifying that membership of the 90 bucks. That's been paid through in the first week
so
already.
if you have like, I think you go to a restaurant 9 times or whatever, you know, it's 10 Rand per drink. It's cool. So that's called Clink. That's really sick.
And then I would imagine it also entices you and encourages you to go to these new places.
Exactly.
If you're chasing the free drink or not, you're getting an experience on top of it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes drinks are the most expensive part of the menu. So you just go like, I have my beer covered or my coffee covered. And
so Grant, you and I can go out for a date one day and I'll get the drinks, you get the meal.
I see what you did there. Okay, the next one is Tasty. Tasty is an app which does these short clips on how to make a meal. Sometimes you read a recipe on a blog and it's just too complicated. And Tasty takes those recipes and makes short clips of those recipes. So you can search for something that you maybe you're making at home and you can see how it's prepared, which is really cool.
Would this line up with something like the veganuary issue? Like if I'm going vegan, would it provide me with a vegan option?
You just search the recipe that you want to cook and then you can find that recipe and so yeah, that's really cool. And you can search what kind of recipes. The last app that I want to bring up is actually probably the most interesting one. It's called Olio. And it's kind of like Tinder for leftovers. So
Tinder for leftovers. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay,
what do you mean, man?
So if you are making a meal, maybe you make a curry, right?
Yeah.
And you've made too much.
Okay.
And you know that there might be people in your apartment block or in your neighborhood that might want that food. On the app, you just go, hey, take a photograph. Here's I've made too much curry. I've got like a couple of plates. If anybody wants to grab some, come fetch, because otherwise it's getting thrown away.
I see what's going on here.
So
Okay.
if you're looking for a meal, for instance, and you're like, I don't have time to cook, or like I just can't afford something this month, you can open up the app called Olio, and then you can see who in your neighborhood has got it.
That is so
who's
cool. I'm just thinking, like, if you stayed in a complex or something, and you like,
Right.
didn't have time, and you had a little community going on, you could be like, Oaks, help me out, I'm struggling for a meal. That's
like,
so cool.
And then also, if you've grown, like people have like gardens, veg gardens, and they go like, we've got way too many tomatoes, we don't know what to do with them.
Brilliant.
Can somebody come and fetch them? Olio also provides a service for that, because you can go, cool, I can pick up some tomatoes, I'm going to work out what to make with this, I'm going to shove it with some pasta and make like an arrabbiata or something, you know.
That is brilliant. I'm just thinking about the crazy communal effects that can happen from this. And at the same time, just the interaction as well, man.
Yeah, it's called Olio.
Olio.
Yeah, a lot of people always go like, what was that app you were talking about? It's called Olio, and I think it would be really cool if body corporates got behind that, because that's
Man,
really
we've got Grant Hines in the building, of course, feeding us with everything that we need when it comes to tech. And the man's made me hungry indeed. But after this, of course, Uth is still in the building. They're about to deliver something special, and you do not want to go anywhere. Check this out.